morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kimya, and on behalf of Aster DM Healthcare, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you all here today. Please also join me to please welcome our distinguished guest for today's event, our chief guest, Amal Ali from Dubai Health Authority, Ms. Alicia Mupin, Executive Director and CEO, Hospitals and Clinics GCC, Aster DM Healthcare, Ms. Mukta Arora, Chief Information Officer, Aster DM Healthcare, Dr. Malati, Group Chief Quality Officer and Chief Medical Officer, Aster DM Healthcare, Dr. Shaji Hydros, Clinic Head, Aster Chronic Care at Home, Physician General Medicine. Also, we have with us today His Excellency, Dr. Abdul Rahman Al Sualaim, Member of Consultative Council in Saudi Arabia, and Mr. Hazim Hamdi, Business Development Director, Fora Care Swiss. Can we please have a round of applause for them? Thank you once again, everyone, for making it here for today's event. We all know how busy our lives are in today's day and age. We have loads of things to do. We've got lots of commitments that we have to meet up, we have to catch up with. Just for an example, let's take a normal person, a working person's day daily. For example, a person who's working like me, we wake up in the morning with a rush in our head to reach to the office. While we are waking up, getting ready, we sometimes skip breakfast, we don't get time. We get into the car, we have a to-do list running at the back of our head of what all things, what all tasks we have to complete. We reach to the work, we have meetings, and we've got plannings, we've got implementation of the previous plans. We are racing to actually meet deadlines. And by then, we're, in a blink of an eye, it's already 6 p.m. and we have to go back home. Again, we are stuck in traffic, we've got the emails coming, we've got the WhatsApp, we've got the calls, we've got a to-do list again running behind in our head of what all we have to do next morning, we've got the family chores, we've got social commitments, and life in general is just very busy. Life has become a race where we all are trying to give in our best. We are pushing ourselves to reach new heights of success. And in between all of that, we forget the most important thing of our life, our health. Our health suffers because we are so busy and we tend to ignore it. This ignorance gradually becomes a roadblock to our success, to achieving our dreams, and eventually to our happiness. We at Aster DM Healthcare understand how difficult it is to balance a healthy life and chase after our dreams. So I'm going to start the event today by a small glimpse of a short video of Busy is Life.
We take 12 to 20 breaths a minute. We rarely notice it because we're always running. There's so much we want to do. 24 hours is not enough anymore, but however fast we run, we're not going to get a second more. It's time we accept life as it is. Live in the fast lane, live in the now, and now busy is life. At Aster Clinics, we understand your life. We do everything possible to keep it good. And we've been doing it for over 28 years now. With 45 clinics, 425 doctors, 700 paramedical staff, we specialize in keeping you unstoppable. So go ahead, follow your heart, live your life. We've got your back. Always have, always will.
Moving forward with the same thought, we, Aster DM Healthcare, as being the largest growing healthcare provider in the region, strongly believe that it's our responsibility to provide world-class health facilities and services to the society so that people can continue dreaming, continue achieving their new heights of success without compromising on their health. Taking the same thought forward, I would now request Dr. Malti, Group Chief Quality Officer and Chief Medical Officer, Aster DM Healthcare, to please share with us on how to manage these lifestyle conditions. Dr. Malti.
Good morning, everybody. Friends, the most important thing that we're going to talk about here is what we call as chronic disease management concept. So in the next couple of slides, I'm going to elaborate on what do we mean by this concept, which is disease management. And let me look at what we mean by a disease management. Okay, look at the three very important aspects of disease management. And I would say that they are the most important C's. The first one is continuous monitoring of the disease. A continuous monitoring of the disease is a very, very important aspect of disease management, simply because unless I monitor, I wouldn't be aware how am I progressing in my disease condition. The second is a coordination and communication. There is a need for the healthcare provider, who is the clinician, and the patient who is receiving the care, to be communicating with each other so that there is a coordination in the disease management. And very important is every individual or patient is unique. It's important that the care of the patient is customized. So the process of disease management actually includes the monitoring, the coordination, and the customization. Having said that, it was important for us to understand what is our present scenario. And what we do realize, there is an increase in the population of the diabetic patients in the UAE. UAE is in fact ranked 16th worldwide. And it's important to note that 19% of the UAE population are living with diabetes. Diabetes is one of the very important, what comes under the lifestyle disorders. And along with it is racing close ahead is hypertension. Therefore, there was a need to look at this very important aspect of chronic disease management. And our focus therefore shifted towards looking at patients with diabetes, and along with it sometimes the existence of what we call as comorbid conditions. They are along with other aspects of the disease, which happens to be hypertension. The next one. Therefore, what did we look at? The moment we thought there is a need to look at the disease management was the aster solution. The vision of this particular aspect was, number one, can we provide a long-term control of this high incident chronic disease, and how do we go about that? We said the first and foremost, let us power it with technology, and that is being powered by Fora. The second important is the aspect of continuous monitoring. So we said, how do we bring this concept of the continuous monitoring of the disease condition, and incorporated into that is the benefits of lifestyle modification. Friends, therefore, you can see very clearly here what we envisaged was the glucose monitoring and the blood pressure monitoring, which is through connected devices, and that's the process of continuous monitoring. Very important is the coordination and the communication, and that is the real-time feedback. Constant information going on to my healthcare provider. And what is the role of the healthcare provider? The coordination, and that is the providing of therapeutic intervention. This intervention needs to be customized. So the entire program revolves under the continuous monitoring, the continuous coordination, and finally the customized care. And all of this is through the use of intelligent, what we call as health service platform. Therefore, friends, next one. Therefore, we launched on a pilot project. And what was the outcome of this project? We had about 100 patients who enrolled for this study. And they had these connected devices which would enable them for the first C, the continuous monitoring. In addition to that, it was very, very important to note how well they complied with the entire process. And out of the 100, we found 60 patients complied to the monitoring protocol, again emphasizing the fact that monitoring their levels of blood sugar and the blood pressure is extremely important in the process of disease management, because I like to reiterate, monitoring is the key word, because if I do not monitor, I really do not know where I am heading towards. So there was a lot of focus on the monitoring concept, and the outcome of that was, out of the 60 patients who did comply we did find that 35 patients have shown improvement in managing diabetes. And that was an aspect of this exciting project that we launched into. The next one. And therefore, friends, we are here with the Aster Chronic Care at Home, emphasizing on all the aspects of continuous monitoring, continuous coordination, continuous communication, and finally, customized care. I'd like to end this thing by talking about the testimonials that we have of those individuals who participated in the study, which included our clinician as well as our patients. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Malzi, for such insightful and knowledgeable information regarding chronic care. We'll now have a short video, a short testimonial video for you all.
I have been a diabetic patient for the last 10 years. My doctor here got me enrolled to Aster Chronic Care program. I am happy to get enrolled to this program as it made me monitor my sugar all the time. I would monitor my sugar levels early in the morning as soon as I get up and 2 hours after my lunch every day, which I didn't do earlier. This made me feel as though somebody is watching me. I would also watch my diet daily, and otherwise I would earlier cheat myself and eat some sweets. And after getting enrolled to this program, I never ate any sweets for 3 months. Only because of this program, I lost some weight. I would like to thank my doctor and Aster Chronic Care at Home program for introducing the new technology.
My name is Vivek Mani. I am living in Dubai. So I am a BP and sugar patient since 6 years. Because my lifestyle is totally wrong. When I meet the doctor suggests me to join one program. Then I am joined this program. Then I got one glucometer and BP monitor. After using this machine, the aster team is contact me daily basis. So they suggest me how can control my sugar and BP. So after day by days, my BP going to down, sugar also controlled. So I am very happy, and my family also very happy.
Aster Chronic Care is a new initiative from Aster. Beauty of this program is, those who are having their family here and their parents, who are sick with diabetes or hypertension, and they are worried about their health when they go for their duty in the morning hours, and only these old parents will be at home. They can be assured with this Aster Chronic Care program where, if their glucose and blood pressure are being constantly monitored 24/7, that put those people who are with their parents, old parents here, at ease. In Aster, we assure we'll treat you well, and with this new program, Aster Chronic Care at Home, we believe that you are always under our care.
It's really satisfying to see how Aster Chronic Care is actually helping people control their numbers, which helps them to give a better lifestyle. They can live a better, healthier lifestyle with Aster Chronic Care. This brings us to our second video about Aster Chronic Care.
Hello? Yes? Yes, doctor. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, doctor.
Hello. Hi, doctor. Yeah. Sure. Thank you for calling.
Hello? Yes, doctor? Yes? Right now? Don't worry, doctor. I definitely will. Okay, thank you.
Take care. Have a nice day. We all place a great deal of importance on health, but sometimes we just fail to keep things in check. When we have diseases like diabetes or high blood pressure, it is not very good for your health. That is why we at Aster have designed a special program called Aster Chronic Care at Home. This special program helps you do your regular checks at home or even outside. Come, let me show you how this program works. Aster Chronic Care at Home is brought to you by Aster, one of the largest healthcare providers of the region. We have a vast network of hospitals, clinics and pharmacies which are managed by doctors and nurses who are always committed to giving you the best care at all times. Aster Chronic Care at Home is a program specially designed for people who have high blood pressure and diabetes. That is why it focuses on three critical things: monitoring systems, communication gateway, and advanced health data management. This is a program specially designed to be hassle-free and simple to operate. To register for Aster Chronic Care at Home, you'll have to first consult a doctor at Aster. The doctor will take you through the entire offering and explain the benefits of it to you. Then you will have to fill a registration form, which will then be completed by the doctor with your profile and medical history. After you've completed your registration, we'll give you a unique kit. Don't worry, I will tell you how this system works. So this kit consists of 2 devices and an app on your smartphone. The first device is a glucometer. This is used to measure your blood sugar. The second device is a BP monitor. This measures your blood pressure. All the readings taken on these devices are transferred to your smartphone for you to monitor. These readings are then in turn transferred to our central advanced health data management system, where our team of experts constantly monitor them. In case of any fluctuations that require attention, don't worry, we will call you.
With Aster Chronic Care at Home, my family is at peace because my doctor is monitoring my health every day.
With Aster Chronic Care at Home, I'm reassured of my diabetes check because I know my doctor is monitoring my health every day.
Should there be any serious fluctuation in my blood pressure and blood sugar reading, I know my doctor is going to call me immediately.
Aster Chronic Care at Home is like having a doctor by your side all the time.
I would now like to move forward by requesting our chief guest for today, Ms. Amal, to kindly join me on stage to inaugurate Aster Chronic Care and release the pilot study that was conducted by Aster DM Healthcare. May I please also request Ms. Alicia Mupin, Ms. Mukta, Dr. Malti, and Dr. Shaji to kindly join me on stage. May I please request you all to take the seats on the stage? Thank you, sir and ma'am. May I please request Ms. Alicia Mupin to kindly say a few words?
Good morning, respected chief guest, Ms. Amal Ali, partners from DHA, our fora partners, members of the media, and my dear friends. I'd like to start by talking about a typical dialogue I usually have with my 9-year-old son. And this is usually what happens on the weekend. And his name is Noah. And he's like, Noah, please don't have that ice cream. We go for movies, and it's like, Noah, please, no, not crepe. And he wants crepe with Nutella and no banana. Like, doesn't even want that banana in that crepe. Or else it's nachos, and then he wants to, after the movie, go and have McDonald's for dinner. And I'm pretty sure most of you can relate to this, because this is this is how life has become. Everybody thinks about instant gratification. It's yummy, it's tasty, it's easy, it's convenient. Why wouldn't you want it? And people don't think about the long-term implication because it's easier just to be in the moment, be now, and then take everything else for granted, that good health we have, the benefits we have. But I'm his mom, and I don't. I know what he's doing is not right. And I know that he needs to take care. And I have to be this nagging parent telling him, no, and no, this is not right. You shouldn't be having that. Here's your fruits. Here's your vegetable. Why? I don't want him to be a number. I don't want him to be that statistic you see today, where you're talking about 1 in 5 is an obese, 1 in 5 person is a diabetic. I don't want 1 in 4 person is hypertensive. That shouldn't be my son. It shouldn't be me. It shouldn't be any of you or any of us. And that's really, at a very simplistic level, what this program means. I'm not saying that we are going to become your nagging parents, but at the end of the day, we all need a bit of a nudge. And older we grow, there's nobody to tell us that. And sometimes you need people to kind of tell you that stop doing this. I mean, some of these habits, we've learned it, it's easier, as I mentioned, it's so easy to sort of not go for the run at the end of the day at work because you're stressed, it's difficult, life becomes difficult, and you want to just kind of go for the nap, or you want to sit and watch, I don't know, the BBC or Game of Thrones, whatever it is, but not go for that run that you should. Or else you want to go reach out and call for the pizza instead of thinking about making a nice meal or making those informed choices. So here at Aster, in a very simplistic way, we've spoken about it being integrated healthcare. We've got the best as far as technology is concerned, connecting all of the pieces of the puzzle. You've got you at the core of it. We've got the technology platform. We've got our dedicated clinicians, our team there to support you. But at the end, you have to understand this is a partnership. We want you to kind of take this as a conscious decision to kind of make this better. We can control it. We can manage it. If you are in one of, if you are struggling with this chronic disease, we want to make sure that you can live your life not just longer, but better. So, and what I really want to reiterate is we don't want to be your walking stick for life. We don't want this to be a program that you come in for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years and want us to constantly do it. All we are suggesting is come into the program. Maybe you do this for a year or 2 years, and then you realize that you will start seeing the benefits, you will start seeing the advantages, and then it gets embedded in your system, embedded in your habits again. So you start adopting those choices because you start then seeing those benefits, and then we can cut that umbilical cord and you can go on and enjoying better health, better life, and a sweeter life without all those sweets. So really, this program is very dear to us. It's a program that we've been working on for the last 2 years. We know that healthcare has made a lot of changes and there's a lot of technology out there, but at the end of the day, we also hear that technology sometimes makes life impersonal. You've got everybody sitting and talking on their phone, or they're playing on their phone, or they're on WhatsApp, and life doesn't become personal anymore. Here, we want to take healthcare, and health is personal, and we want to use technology to make it personalized for you. So thank you all for joining us today for this program.
Thank you, Ms. Alicia, for such inspiring words. I'm sure many of us could relate to Noah and the kind of experiences that you go through. I would now like to invite Ms. Amal to kindly share a few words with us.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. One of our constant efforts in UAE is to ensure that all of our residents have access to quality health care and undertake the appropriate measures necessary to minimize the challenges associated with highly preventable chronic disease such as diabetics and hypertension. Personalized and customized health service need to be accessible, affordable, and responsible. We congratulate Aster Health DM Healthcare for their continuous efforts in initiating positive measures to help transform healthcare delivery in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Amal. May I please now request Ms. Alicia to please hand over the memento to Ms. Amal. Ms. Mukta Arora, may I please request you to kindly say a few words?
Dear friends, you've heard about Aster chronic care management in various forms and shapes now in last half an hour. You've seen videos, you've seen how it is important for us from a life perspective to be watched when we are not doing the right thing for our health. I'll be giving you a perspective of technology on this management program. So we've all heard about digital technologies or digital healthcare. So this is one of the initiatives that we've started in Aster Group under digital healthcare. This initiative brings data, technology, and connectivity all put together as a combined initiative to take care of healthcare from a chronic management standpoint. And when we look at how this technology is kind of helping healthcare deliver the outcomes that healthcare desires. So it's brought healthcare from, looking at the traditional healthcare, it has added 3 dimensions in healthcare. One is engagement. We saw how continuous monitoring is important for healthcare. So engagement, patients are more engaged when you have digital technology given to them. They are able to take care of their own healthcare all by themselves. So it is like do it yourself in healthcare delivery. We've seen how Amazon's and Uber of retail and auto industry have leveraged technology to change the dimensions of their programs. So likewise, healthcare is following up and retail as well as the other industries now, and there'll be more changes to see. Other than the engagement perspective, there'll be more perspectives coming from empowering the patient, so you're able to make your own choices and as well as you're able to control yourself as a patient. So from an empowerment standpoint, as a patient, if you have the facility to be able to book your own appointments, to be able to choose the doctors that you would wish to go to, that's how the technology will empower. And finally, on the third E, the last dimension which gets added to traditional healthcare is the experience. So we've seen Amazons and Ubers of the world that you're anywhere, anytime, you can actually have an access to, you could shop, you could actually hire a car. Likewise, with our further initiatives in digital healthcare, we'll be able to bring healthcare at home through virtual connects. You'll be able to connect with your doctors from anywhere, anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Mukta Arora, CIO, Aster DM Healthcare. It's very interesting to know how technology can actually help us giving us a better lifestyle. The floor is now open for questions.
Good morning, this is Suchitra from Gulf News. I'd like to know if there has been any augmentation in your staff to be able to cope with this 24/7 kind of monitoring that you'll have to do. And also if there are people who are already availing of this service, if we can meet 1 or 2 people who have already been benefiting or who have been empowered already, that would be great.
No, see, those patients, we have done a pilot study on 100 patients, and out of this 100 patients, 60 patients were compliant to the whole program. The rest of that 40%, they were not qualified to be into the protocol to assess the benefits of the program. Out of the 60, we have seen this diabetes around 58%, around 35 patients were benefited. On all these 3 months we have been observing every day, we have been contacting them, we have been in touch with these patients. And the end result was their HbA1c level, which is the gold standard for diabetes management, the diabetes control, where the patient stands as far as the diabetic disease is concerned. Their benefits were around 37% has been improved. That is, some patients have 10.3 HbA1c has come down to 7.3. That is without much interference with their medicines which they are taking or any other active interventions. So just by monitoring and guiding them through their changing their lifestyle habits, their adherence to the medications, their exercise, their eating habits, we could see that around 58% of this lot has improved.
I'll just add to what Dr. Shaji said, Suchitra. So we have made a control center with team of clinicians and nurses who will be contacting the patients after reviewing sort of the parameters on a daily basis. We do send fortnightly reports to the patients as well, talking about their progress and the main highlights of the 2 weeks. We have made that team, and we are going ahead in a phased manner as far as recruitment of patients into the program is. And as those numbers get inducted, we will be adding more people into that. You're definitely welcome to meet one of the people who have gone through the program and speak. We can definitely arrange that.
What are the numbers you're adding in terms of staff strength to be able to deal with this kind of thing 24/7?
So in the beginning, we've got a team of 15 people actually on board to manage the 100 patients. And I think what we were hoping that is in the next 3 to 6 months, that will go up to between 1,000 and 2,000. So we will be augmenting the team accordingly.
Also wanted to know, what is the extra cost for this, if there is, and is this covered by insurance?
No, at this point in time, it is not covered by insurance. So the main cost that actually comes is from the equipment cost itself. So to do a 1-year program and getting the equipment, it is going to cost 999 dirhams. Annual, a 1-year subscription. So for the next year, since the equipments, we typically expect you to be able to use them for 2 years. There's no cost on the second year, so then it's just a monitoring cost of 299. So basically, you can do the program for 2 years for approximately 1,300 dirhams.
So when you say monitoring equipment, are you going to give everybody a personal monitoring equipment to the patient?
We do give the glucometer as well as the BP apparatus, and then we give a certain set of strips as well. We give 150 strips, 150 strips for every year. Yeah.
When you say chronic care, you're right now focusing on diabetes and BP, hypertension, and nothing else. You're going to add more chronic diseases later as the program succeeds.
Yeah, I mean, we do believe that these two are the most prevalent and debilitating one right now. So the focus is to kind of stabilize this and see the benefits and then add on other programs. Okay, if there are no other questions, then we can close. We'll be around if you have any other things to ask, whether about the clinical study, about the research, the technology side of it. We're all around. So, okay.
Can I just say it? Can you hear me? Okay, so my question is, according to the research that I got this morning, I saw that Philippines ranked 15th. So it's 1-5. We are next to you guys. So in the UAE. So what piece of advice can you give when it comes to meal? Monitoring the intake of food. So do you have personal advice? For example, what are the foods that we need to take to avoid diabetes and hypertension?
For diabetes, as you know, sugar has to be avoided, and you should stick on to this low-calorie diet most of the time. And there is no one size fits for all, but it will be individualized care for each patient, as far as the diet is concerned, and the treatment and this podiometry, everything should be in an individualized care. And hypertension, as a general, we have to avoid this extra salt intake in their diet. And for both the diseases, we have to include regular exercise, regular aerobic exercise we would suggest, and that'll definitely benefit the patients. And sticking on to the lifestyle management, that is controlled diet, then exercise. These two things, we can definitely with these two things, we can improve this disease per se.
One more thing. By the way, I'm from the Filipino Times, so we are partners, guys. So aside from that, since we're going to use technology here, so sometimes people doubt the accuracy of the data. So you in Aster, how can you assure your patients that the data they are getting are actually accurate? So there will be no magic, something like that. So at the end of the day, it's business, right? So how can you assure to your patients that the data that they are getting from their devices are actually accurate?
Hi. See, first of all, let me tell you what are the components of technology which are getting used. So we have IoT devices on one side, which are given to the patients. Then we have connectivity. These IoT devices are capable of generating data in the form of their readings. So these readings are transmitted to a center through cloud technologies using the connectivity from Do and Etisalat like ISPs. And eventually when it reaches the center, there is where the whole data, the patterns in the data are identified under analytics. So these are the three components of technology. When we talk about IoT, that devices, they are the devices which the patient ends up using. So the devices that we are using under this program are certified by DHA. When we say DHA certified devices, it means that there have been enough clinical trials happened on these devices. Hence, DHA has certified them and they are good to be used by a patient. So the data that gets generated by such devices is authentic data. Thanks.
Thank you for that. By the way, currently Aster has how many patients and how many among them successfully finished the program and had positive results from Aster Care program?
No, we had a pilot study of 100 patients. Around 100 patients we have done on diabetes as well as hypertension. And in diabetes, around 58% benefits we have seen in the HbA1c level, and 66.6% of hypertensive patients have improved with this chronic care monitoring. And one more thing which I would like to add along with Ms. Mukta, that the machines which we are using are ISO certified, CG certified, and MOH approved devices, and which we have even calibrated with our regular machines, and it shows it is par with the regular machines.
Yeah, it's good to know that you have the maintenance and you have the monitoring. That's good. It makes me feel, and the patients as well, that we are properly handled and the data is accurate and monitored properly. Yes. Thank you for that.
I'll just make it very short. Just want to know one thing. As the whole thing, monitoring is done on IoT devices and readings are taken from the online. So a patient who is registered here and is traveling to his home country for a vacation or whatever, so obviously the doctor, when he gets a reading from there, he can communicate back. But if the same circumstance, like a person from here wants to have the same facility for his parents in India, can it be worked out like they buy the equipment from here and register, and can it be done?
Sure. We are looking at extending this program beyond the boundaries, and it is technically possible.
But as this is the first initiative that we have started, we would want to stabilize with this initiative for some time and then take it forward to beyond boundaries. Of course, you know, technology enables us to get this done.
Any more questions? Okay, so this brings us to an end of our informative question and answer session. And this also brings us towards the end of our event. Thank you, Ms. Amal, for being here. We're really grateful that you took time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. We also want to thank Ms. Alicia, Ms. Mukta, Dr. Malti, and Dr. Shaji for being here. Your presence here is very encouraging. And finally, thank you everybody who took time out of their busy schedule to be here with us and join us for this event. We now have lunch that is served outside, and just to make better choices, healthy choices, each dish has a calorie count. So you all can make healthy choices, just like the lady here asked. So please enjoy your lunch. I hope you all have a very good day ahead. Thank you.